Jesus. Sweet Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus, you're the wind beneath. Yankopon Shram, me just so be at TV, our train a DM program. Nami Shram, the Crony program, even me no creno, Nano Creno, I this year. Now become near the Sadaka Siam, Mr. Free, and a home based TV management in Yakase Yankopon as a phone in Shram. Ya can say, ye no, no so more share or Royal TV in the Numeri, your Munina Joe, Emma Mwakaba, Yami in Shram Papa, Mubumpire, not more Kai, no more Kai program in so. Yate se to de bi o ha ya na twitwitwi kakra ewum yate enkra na ba yate nenso kremu dak na o se nya basa kakra kakra ye bompa ye ne abedi Nyankopon na nkasa ebeye enu achi na kame ho ne amfa se dak ese enso emma dofo a om ne titi mo mo wiri mu ma yesika because programming TV stations ma ko 5 ebia 1 hour 5 hours enya sem ketwa nenso adofo a mo hwe programming mu ana mo tie tie sika kakra kakra eto ma ne ye me etimi di twa kasa be mpanisi ana tam ye nu hia eye pepe mo adaroma na me enhira mo papa na yekoso sra mo dwumadie ne yenya nwie etrenti ye nso de ntimi nya ache so a into bi biara ka ba koma so person support to such a wealthy cause and a program eti say no onso betimi amane ye kakra aba ye momo line no so 055 35 74 933 na o send this ka bia a good screen so number no good screen so to betimi copy Edin beba na ye Joseph Anane ye evangelist edin na beba se onti bibia se ana ope entrimu bia fa ye programs ahodo aye no so a offer the same line na evangelist Joseph Anane be peke na nkomo bia wo bia no ono wabon kama frenchem yada mo ase bebre ma me fa kwanya iso so na me na Atimpoku SDA Church asoro pani a woda no osofo a woda safo na no ene asafo ba utwato mu nyina yada mo ase papa enra ade ana ye ne mo ne bomu esombo ho no kyerɛkyerɛ ya kosi anwumre no mo ntwitwi mo mpabo ase nyame ehram papa esra mo de esua no mo me nyina mfa nya dwuma nsisi ho ma yesu ba ya etoso mienu no na nyame pa ntetuam ana meboa memene da ebe yin so ewo kasoa SCC SDA Church kasoa SCC SDA Church ade evangelist amame any team ni nyina ye de ni kyerɛ kono na honso ya bebo yesesen wo ne mu nyina ba besua de fra no pa no wotwe kokopem se nonum ebe pai mu enti obi bia wote kasoa ACC mataheko dansoma Kaswa SCC ene ne potemo hono no obetime hia en e wo Kaswa SCC SDA Church anopano ni nyina ya bom asua de e wo ho enu achi no on the 27th of this month ye ko Bekwai Central SDA Church Asante Bekwai Central SDA Church e hono no ye beba e nyame pa 27th of this month inti no so obetime ahia e ho na ye nyina ya bom abonkomo kama na program a wo hwe no ende no e nyankopon te asefo no pa ukuada nwumre wo besa nya repeat na hwenti na hwene yie na bia wa nte ase no ukuada no wasa abo ni akonhoma enu achi no ukuada no e yade a Trinity TV ana BATV enso be fa repeat no e de aman nti sesi e de ye tre ye nkwaban ni nyina afiri usika o sende e de ba no na nyankopon te asefo no onhwe wo ma wasan mu enwe de biara da ye fra me so afu de hye Kofi Kakari na evangelist the researcher yen ye friend prophet of our time Joseph Anane Ashebatakari o minchewa Ivan say waju mo akwa
yeah
Batakari de mani prepa so ba bro so me e de bre okay and the program I hwe no Bone to His Bone part 4 dompe koka ni dompe ho ofen to so nan na ye to aso enne ne ye was 7 videos I be e de akere wo na betuma dwane ye Facebook mesrew so TV e chikura o TV no phone no say a smartphone kwa dia bomodena because so aba bruchire fo ehwe no nyasem ketwa eti bomodena na wo de ko Facebook home based TV wo be feed no ho na wa like no wa share say the be ya ye beto apeti wiase ba bia ama obia so between nya program de bi ahwe ye da wase say wo ye ne sama ye no echi no message bin so a wo send it by WhatsApp line na be jebre ya kan edi ama mo adwo mo atnase evangelist part 4
yes
to his bone part 4
yeah the radiase said the wakano ya hwefo ene yinwanu mu a omotu adwumede yin ka
that's right
ya do mase papa amanda roma ena ya de messages ya de enkransami enam framamu na wadi kan ka se kwada ebayi ya Trinity TV anasa BATV
ebefa
program repeat no enti ne nyina ya omomo a amode boye enti omonkoswara na meeting Glasgow meeting na akoso nso no bebre na frame se akosi se na mo TV no emode
yes omo frɛ
yes so what you cry no a emode ekoyie ti mo de mo nya botre ekoyie
ma wona asiesi on ho hwe Yesu mai ne mo wona on siesi on ho nwie ende enya sem de
I say betu Trump ade so no si ye ka se akwa ne betu no na ahyase na result number no na na ekoyie ma Trump afi ka se ne ba na mafo hu se de bi sa de no anyeyi eno bi na aba no it's one te hwe ya ma buntu akoyie ti no mo ya ho sisi ne ahokeka no yenhye mokina
ne kura ho propro wa kakra be fa program
enda mo ase te mo hwe ne so mai afi mi fa abre so enchia yi nuanma atempokofo ne akosomofo nyina yakofo nhya wo no enompe ekoka ne nompe ho bone to his bone na yasem ne gina Ezekiel atwere no eye enkomhye wa tiredua sanson chemu 9 de besi enson wotie enkomhye na fa nompe na akokwa no ho no kasa ho a enkomhye no eba ne mpire no na mpire no na bae no de efiri chemu 9 verse 4 to verse 7 eye 1 eno ye baako
okay
na verse 4 to verse 7 no woka bomo a o say did be by there was a noise also by there was a shaking entini deni also na by no ene kofa by say enompe koka the nompe yes eno no na we verse 7
that's
right na sa dede no enompe no beti sa dede no na ya ka trom say enompe ho akokwa no muntie Awurade asem
that's right
sanu for kind muntie Awurade asem ena me de to ho say enye mempo komhye na nkasa kire mo say ejina ma Awurade asafo ena be de me say eye meme da kwanyefo asore every say ene no
wo mso mo mpem
eno no so mo mpem papa
tie hye nkomu mi
enti no nyankopon asem no enkomhye no a ebenya ne nombe no edi dedeba edi owoso ba asafo no na ebebepo ebe nso beje enti omo abeje no omo ne enompe no a ekoka ne nombe ho no enti ase ye dwon osafo no na nkomhye no and no ebe September 11 2001 atwerɛnkyɛ ma si wɔ New York America propon ba kono no near a manche ne fa wi mhyɛ pre ekobɔ Twin Towers no no Joel enkom hyɛ no ɔka no oja moja ene mosie kumo.
That's right. That's Joel chapter 2 verse 30 to 31.
Very good. Blood and fire and pillars of smoke. Production the picture now to screen also. Sabi President Patrick bring us that same picture again. The one that you just slided off. Very good. Sa picture we Sabi me a crashing you cry me a crashing na me ne Joel na tie sa abra no ami hu abrosanda no. Na watwere se ohun se ansa na erada kase no emra no. Ensajene beba ne ye oja moja ene wosie kumo.
That's right.
Now we share oka brofo no a no aka the blood and fire and pillars of smoke. Awefo mo hwefo ne na mo hwe no. Se enye pillar oja frimu ni aka de biem na Joel no opa.
Joel time ni ensi abrosan ska crackers ni ade ade no.
Na bi ni ho.
Ene nyankopon pagya no kwa akiri no kire no se.
Yes.
It will be say a pillar.
E be say pillar.
That's right.
And no krepa nso wo mo no kreka saka wo mini say se omo afupre no be kan. Omo nim dada. Se pre wo wiem na se ABC form na se obetimi ahwe form a abrosa tete wo asase nyina na je se pillar. Omo ka articulator e je se American chance a enam form. Aje se pre na be si ko so de se that dem ho se nye po enye pillar na ya dan. Enti Joel no ho ade no wo chirichiri se de wo kan no. Enti ono ho ade se pillar. Ojane mojane musie diafra epiefrimu eno ni mfoni na ya hwe no
ana no dika.
Yes eno na meka se ezi fo nko na wo homa ya twra to sa de we besi ena esi na wo ye ezi fo homa no kra to nchen a Bible say oja moja ene musie kumo da ban na efrisa do wa tro sa ankransa we de besi sa to nem che ebrebe no ho se bibisa esibi mu a ewo wi ase abakose mu.
That's right.
Ebi nsi da
eka nipa miensa na nka nipa mpem miensa
3000
ene shade
that ena nkom se to kire se saa de we no eno na di amanaman bofuo no eba Revelation chapter 11 verse 18 o kan the anger of the ampa so esi ye no yenim de esi entokwa ba asase so etwitwa na ade ye pese be ye be saa de no wo TV so mo mo hwe ye no ebi mpesa no maniti ya na yesu abra na se kakra afei saa atwenche na esi ye no eno ni enum enen de ede dede owoso ni enum pe ekoka no pe no hu ena ede ne bae won a agi tu mo se ampa we ye nkomhye no omo hyase e kan ho bom se ye bo Yesu mai no ho debu na ete se Yesu Kristo nya ne ye no onso ne esuafo no ehia ye wo Yohana sempe 3 no John chapter 20 verse 21 to 23 Yesu Kristo Bible say ohumegu omoso say monye hu konkron no no musa kae sanka kanu nko ade a enka ehunyiya se asomafo nwuma na tirimi no be san babiem say na Kristo ahume huhum na gu omoso
ye Pentecost
na ansa na Pentecost be ba no on say onya ne ye no na ohume hu konkron gu omoso na kaka krema na ko on say odi hada bia 40 days and odi wasase so and on the koy.
That's right.
And not do it 10 days time and I asked per 2 a buy. Now, war back corner and I was show modern who may go on so and no John chapter 20, 21 to 23. And Tehona, Sam who come Christ of you wish for no son so back corner and on a mount kaboom more. And no one yan san kaboom no kika or bonnet your home for so to moon a year be a contesania. Yes, your announcement says the poor wanted to a moon almost some refuge. Nick so I know. Obia didn't your from no beard in the bonnet chair. Won't crash be mtina. I asked to one cousin na Pentecost dan do you one yina did akuma cro a bomote fako a bompire and a proportion so. And to offer the kind of any this and kaboom a barba. Nanu Ezekiel ewo and sadu hu o kan say no mpanike ka ho bo mu wie ye de peko kan do mpe hu wie ye no wana we die ani ntina be hye mu nyina so no obi da hodin won kasa.
That's right.
And then ni sa ba no che bio ewo verse 9 Ezekiel 37 verse 9 10 say oni baba hyenkom okay prophet no say then he said unto me prophesy unto the wind prophesy unto the wind and say thou says the Lord come from the four winds just say ahome no emfri emframa nan no mu eden emra na mehye enumpe yi mu ambaso so wo na ka se na me hyenkom no sede
o kire me
enti sede Awurade asem aka no saa ne ye no enti no April September 11 20 years ni fie duru no ni dodo a beji san kom se na de nyina no omo nyina ne yo na omo adwen beko bankro mu na ye de aboa aka nyame asem April September no saa de no ba nyina na Yakobon kan se enanum na mahwe me hu egu mo mama ne mo amrante so enti na nya afi ba ko mo asem nya da ko so asem
that's right
April September ne ba nyina Yakobon oda so enyane enombe no je nombe ebeka ne nombe hu ti anya nwanwa se ye ba TV so besre se nuano ba bia we ase drone ye ye huni ene di adanse egu TV so mo press before Pentecost for SZ for krem for onyina hu se no
ya obi na send this card ye mo kan ye no krenti mo nyen to asa eno wo fru dua pa na ye pia
no ti enombe na ka ne nombe hu no fi se sabi nya se nipa no wo ska bru so ama wo betra TV so wo disclaimer no obi asa me kura me nya sa ti se me wo sa de ne ye no kure enti no wo mo eboy ni nyina no ehu se da bi Yakobon ebra o share no ena drum that's right enti no mo eboy se ka fa mu mpa bom afutuo bibia no ye nyina no se yekuta adwen kro na komakro
that's right
fine enti no ofre beto so mienu no ena ma asafo no gina brane ehode o de cobra for mo aka be ka se the church triumphant asafo a ye ewo nkunim
that's right it is say ne the church militant
the church militant
it ye be do the church triumphant asafo adi nkunim church na Yesu be fa no
eno na Yesu be fa no enti no die beto so mienu a edi ahoden kase be wura asafo no mu no eno ye enkom sha ewo edi 17 no wotwe no a no ma ebe di so aba se enompe no enyane a no ma ebe sisi wi ase no ena be mo hunu se da bi ye duro ye ebrem enti mo me nya dede eno na Yakobon ma edi no kura be fa wi ase fa na nyinara ebi na eguso ayeye enam pramaso Facebook fa mo wa bretire hwe na ade anya yenko ne yebo sa dwumade hu dewuru ebi mu so wa amanone hu so omoni abere den a wo mo ekasa enti ena de nyame ma efri wi ase afana nyinara eko ekuo ba ko mo se Yesu kan wo John 10:16 se o se
ema me so a
ahone ye 12:36 baby o kan se enwa foforo bi na me wo
enwambu na twi atwa so ba mu na owenfo ba ko
ekono ho enta me ka se enchore sori ati ehwo firi azi ehwo ne wo mo amba bi mam da sori nyina pacho anwenwo no eye ba ko
that's right
wanka se wo dodo ba ko ne wo ho ene wo se atwa se wo mo ewo ekire no ene
ba mu
asem ni endi se wo gide se wo de no ena hita wi asafa na nyina de a ene akire ye ne nyina enko ka ho na se wo de ne wi asafa na nyina de a enye ba ko pe ene wo asafa na nyina ra SG enti bra be ka ho ne enko we ndokwa bi anim
okay me bisa question me bisa won enso
yes
say Joel chapter 2 verse 30 to 31 wa bra World Trade Center na o de airplane no kokko bubo mu no
yes
se obi ani ama no ho so ehunu se nkom hye ni nie Yakobon frase ahwie no honhom de ama na safo e de awie asempakan na so otwa adwuma no wa hu
yes
it wata na se second one na ebe ma enkanya so no nkona ba no se ni pa na betime hunu no ama na yi ana
se wa hu a no bi anka nkyere no a odibem
okay
ba nyame ba
ebere yi nim no bu na ni goso
yes na Yakobon kwen o sese saafo no saafo no eti se Cornelius de na asapata no obo mpaye no onim se Yakobon bi wo ho we hu ne nsam no adwuma na de be o hu kwan pote won fa so nkodu sa Yakobon ne nchen because yesu ma Petro se ko papa ne nchen na yi hu di kire no ebi ni asapta 8 obiani no a yi Philip ko bo na so no ono so tra na ekuta no
okay kan
on tiase nyame no na so bi se no ko bo se ma so yes ye ti TV so ayekan so be for o mekuta me romo na me chinchin TV ni so na be pie
mo that's right
am beto kwa wo bo for na so nsem ho de wa ko ba bia do kra no wo no
that's right
sa na na nche ne tie enti sa fo no a o mo de akoma pa na adwen pa ne o pepa hwe no kra ne de kwa bia so no o ba be pie so
that's right
enti no ba bia ye dre ho foni na wo screen no so no se wiase nyina ya ba ko me ka we se nyina me de osoma hodo o nyina ya ba ko
kremuson
yes
traditional Buddhism Shintoism Christianity
nya ba ko se eja konkro po Francis krata o de aba bonje da bia bo ho de royal adato si eno ena omode ama mpanimfo a ekohia mu e wo Glasgow eno ano mo pon na otwe mienu se yemfa nka ne mpanimfo besusu ho na yemfa mu akwankyere no emu wiase nyina se de ebe ya mamu mra anso ho se we anyane SC4 ene me dafo aka na ne minim de benya no bio
oh okay
efiri se se nyina ye wogidi ahodo mu obia som ne som na prako pe oso nyina ko bo anu go faako eni po Francis Christopher nyina ya baako na aka me dafo nko a na se mo so metra wa nwa no de a ene na me hu ne eko ti no ka se emre no mu no ba wi ma na beti ase Daniel kan
oh okay
me zanka bi krata no a po Francis wo de ma alokshama so mo fa ko ma UN no eye me nwanwa pa se eja konkron pro Francis sakrata no obron beka so ofremu no me hu se de me senka no fi
wo de to ahwehwem
na enya hwe ba ko oye ne kakraka na Boston no so no edan no a wo mo ko meeting e wo Glasgow no wo de ade ne sa mane se mo mfanse dan no ba bia na nipa ne twem a wo
ti so ni documents ni bia na wo ye fi wo de na agya pompo a wo beba na sa sensen ho
sensen ho na me bisa se enti ade nkwa ne wo sa
de
so ho enti ahwefo me pacho we no me twefre National Catholic Reporter e ho na me information free ya na Roma for na wo Ghana ha no asofo ni be frame say me no no me pacho we de monko bisa National Catholic Reporter
that's right
e wo so now e ho na me che say e senka ezefo hu say wiase nyina so nyina akoye ba akwa ye say ye yo ba akwa so mu nsami e se o mu no e se yakopon che mu nkonkron no mutimi ka che wiase say ba bia mu ko no e nkom se kire say Bible no ahwease na one wiase amanaman ahemfo aden abobaman e ho na ye duru no na ho no woduru ho a de se wo kan ye chechemu nan memman
mu firi ni mu na mo anya ne boni ni bi na mo anya na so twen ni bi
enti nyankopon man e firi ni mu pie no o mo beba ni nyina no o mo bom ne nya Israel ntondu mienu no e ho na 12 tribes na nya firi so nyankopon fra ni man e firi yasa fa na nyinara abe ka okuo ba ko enti no e ho e na sese komse ni ye duru enti no o mo do bisika bo program nyina no o mo kai se enye program no keke na o mo bo atua ka o
David
o mo pa mo aka Revelation 18:4
that's right
e ho na ye duru e bi o hwe meet o mo ko e no a ye di ekire kakra na nsam bi twa mo a me de ye mo bi na anya ye ngonwa na mo efo a de ye kan so
okay
wo hwe program na e ba ye no a ye the presidency program we me na me print here me ni ho nyansa e no screen so
that's right
no ye program o mo hwe so e ye adwumade nyana na wo hwe miinu na me nwanwa kakra do anya me nwanwa de bet me nwanwa se de aka nyina chi e da konkron Francis e na Christopher ne osoma ho do ko shia
ni United Nations ko shia
wo ye time nya akukuduro aye de me de da screen so yi wo hwe ehye no a omo twa edabi to ho se eye homeda emma program no na me na me pedi akere wa me ko ba bia sei but abaskin no so but MC am fancy wa o de manenti wa ebe wo the earlier pages
okay
yes o de earlier pages
yes
baby a o hweskin no so de baby a ye de red ink akere ho no e ho no wa the rest day ahead of second week
okay
yeah share week 2 week 2 o de come ho no wo
okay
yes share ai babia columns no babia watcho
rest day ahead of second week
yes
of negotiations
day
Sunday
very good
November 7th
ho me that so wo ho na me bisa ahwefo say we ye cop 26 ne kire say ya ye na afi saa 26 edonu nsia
meetings akodo a cop no omo
aye no
de toso aduenu nsia e no mo call na nanu ya
very good nti every cop 1 so mo ye ne Copenhagen 1995 ye misa omo se da ban e no mo committee no a omo yi kwasiada esim se kwasiada we die e be ye homeda amaye wo metinase omo ma ye one
sada meeting ye ntwa so
ye obi ahome
ye nyehwe
mo se wi ase hye sei enti mo de America mo de hye eni mra babu agwa akwan mu se be bibia ntante mo ti ma nya kokudro na botre ahome ase what we ase enti no we edi adanse se kwasiada no a Christopher na posonsomfo akakwa bomu ne nkremofo no yasenya akakwa bomu se ye ba kwasiada home no ya hya ya chese da akotwa mo fro madada e wo meet no mo kwaye no we de amedi twemu kake na etoso mienu won committee no asoya e kasa fa apomden hu no won pani ba ko wo yoba e fa the minister Kagan na wono be kasai na de kasa mu o kan asem bi baby I made red ink na mark no obo ho na be boaye
no ho fe papa
o
say
yeah I know your Minister Kagan's speech at COP26 climate action for health event yes
okay health minister
yes
Gillian Gigan Keegan delivered the closing remarks at the climate action for health events at COP26 on Science and Innovation Day.
Very good.
Department of Health and Social Care published on 9th November 2021. Okay. COP26 Glasgow, Scotland, delivered on 9th November 2021. Transcript of the speech exactly as it was delivered.
Sir.
Okay, I'll say. Thank you, Dr. Naira, for the introduction.
Yes.
And thank you to the panel. It was a fantastic, informative, and lovely discussion.
Yes.
Thank you to Minister Martin for chairing it so expertly.
Very good. Yes.
I guess we all really enjoy hearing the insights and also the progress that's being made. I would like to send my best wishes to Dr. Hala Zayed, the Egyptian health minister, who was due to join the panel day.
Okay. After what was said, what do I call the next page and the next and the next? Maybe I direct now. I'm making no concept.
Oh, okay. Okay. The next page and also say there was a time when people might have wondered what health minister was doing at a summit about climate change.
Yes.
But those days are gone. There is now widespread recognition, including here, of course, in the room today, that climate change isn't just an environmental emergency. It's a global health emergency too.
Very good.
According to the UN, climate change is expected to cause around 250,000 extra deaths a year between 2030 and 2050. Okay. The next one. I'll say, because if our shared experience on this pandemic has taught us everything, it's that our action have an impact on those far beyond and our shores.
Very good.
And today, we've seen yet more shared solidarity in response to this looming threat, with some concrete commitments being made.
Very good.
And I'll say, we can't sit back and wait for the evidence to come to us.
Yes.
Because the longer we wait, the worse the impact will be.
Also,
there really is no time to spare.
Sure.
One of the greatest successes of the pandemic was the way the nations worked together at a rapid pace to pull out knowledge and our expertise.
Very good.
Like sharing data from vaccine, clinical trials, setting up database for
genomic sequencing. Yes, what they can
okay.
Dear Papa, many can you know, Nebrofo be bringing on say. A year climate change, meeting on my corner. And Remo Abane say, Yare will be a singing now, Kugufa. A remote and one, a big nipa, a opia had 250,000 and a big more come. And the Enchana yen to one moon. No, Chilamo said, Quine back will bit me up to one morning say, send your COVID yabe. Now we are saying na kaboom. Now obia a doctor for a day pania by the extra. Yever sa quanuswa and who you must actually. Or can ye pe and I think go see a Japan crop of Francis so. The picture was going to soon.
Okay.
So can September last year say. Quanya ye far so echo COVID no. Yever sa quanuswa near ma we are seno and assassin and home. What can Associated Press Pope or see use pandemic to give environment a vital rest. September 1st, 2020.
We are quite P and also.
Sir. Now, some more can and no can that to see no. Say, we share paragraph 237 or sequential and not a say yarie.
Yenny uncle point me
yarie,
Yenny amanaman tami
yarie. And the sa we are senators and he said, ne or my committee Mama Jatomo said, climate change, il nipa 250,000. Because it was 2030 dia. Now I know drop back say young home. Now for Francis so dia ba say home no aye be home kwesa e na esam bia say yare dia. And then dia bem naka. Sir, and no monga so adia to according to UN the article by June 16, 2016. Omo di by say home we e la that to see no. E no mo gina so e de chichiri meeting no mo ko yi. 27 agenda 2030 na 17 goals. And also the Paris Climate Agreement are more call meeting now. Okay. And the so far the person Michelin say, Oya Gia to say, send the part 250,000 and go good year. Young Fakosiadano and Marasha Bay Beposa or one home buying. Now, Sakasa no more kind. And no, and the map video me and say, but what dear Chino, a home formation by. Okay. He said, or much almost a mistake a year. Yeah, my nipa wu ya pandemic moon. Me and yes, I'm saying my climate change to nipa wu. Okay. Me said ben course video me say by chirim. Okay, I don't know say them kind and your videos mark 7 I behwe. Intimate productions am I crowd videos 1 to 3 Nuro and for mine.
There will be a surprise outbreak. Given, as you heard from the introduction, that I have been around for a while and have had the opportunity and the privilege and the pleasure of serving in 5 administrations, I thought I would bring that perspective to the topic today, is the issue of pandemic preparedness. And if there's one message that I want to leave with you today, based on my experience, and you'll see that in a moment, is that there is no question that there will be a challenge to the coming administration in the arena of infectious diseases, both chronic infectious diseases in the sense of already ongoing disease, and we have certainly a large burden of that, but also there will be a surprise outbreak. And I hope by the end of my relatively short presentation, you will understand why history, the history of the last 32 years that I've been the director of NIAID, will tell the next administration that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with. So for those who think that infectious disease...
The president is, as you said, playing it down. But what Woodward did with the president's permission was he recorded all of these interviews. There are 18 wide-ranging interviews. And what we're going to play you first is the president in his own words, February 7th, telling Woodward in striking detail just how much he understands about how deadly and dangerous the virus is.
And so what was President Xi saying yesterday?
Well, we were talking mostly about the virus, and I think he's going to have it in good shape, but you know, it's a very tricky situation.
Indeed,
it goes through air, Bob. That's always tougher than the touch. You know, the touch, you don't have to touch things, right? But the air, you just breathe the air, and that's how it's passed. And so that's a very tricky one. That's a very delicate one. It's also more deadly than your strenuous flus. You know, people don't realize we lose 25,000, 30,000 people a year here. Who would ever think that, right?
I know. It's
pretty amazing. And then I say, well, is that the same thing? This is more deadly. This is 5 per, you know, this is 5% versus 1% and less than 1%. You know, so this is deadly stuff.
John, I just want all of us.
Now it's turning out it's not just old people, Bob, because today and yesterday some startling facts came out. It's not just older
exactly.
young people, to plenty of young people.
So give me a moment of talking to somebody, going through this with Fauci or somebody who kind of it caused a pivot in your mind, because it's clear just from what's on the public record that you went through a pivot on this to, oh my God, the gravity is almost inexplicable and unexplainable.
Well, I think, Bob, really, to be honest with you,
sure, I want you to.
I wanted to I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
Yes,
because I don't want to create a panic.
You know, but John, this wasn't just about panic.
I don't know if you're Emma Mokwa, a couple of videos, Marco Trey, Sabia Dancy, the Kumsum Kunsu, I want to answer evangelist of no teaching my.
Very well. I will say, on TV video near, Jody can Casayano, Anthony Fauci. America, where you juma what that asoya, a share yadwa is I a baby aseno. What trans as where no self penny, a brew in fear a driasa more than 30 years.
Wow.
Now you're two about ye. Ah, ye Trump so man penny, Sabre yan fancy, Conyaso. Or ye meet Sapa Panafan Anthony Fauci, or ye meeting.
Okay.
Na so mo hwɛ skin on phone ni be ma no no na ɛwɔ no ɔmo de ato
so chichi kama no
ɔno ɛna ɔka sɛ ɔka kyerɛ Trump pe fe ma na ate ase sɛ sɛ de ni obedin be twa konya so wi a atwerɛ ntem kɛse bɛba wi ase na ɛbɛha America ɛyɛ saa ɛsayade yi 1-2 days COVID-19 ba ɔsi ɛsayade kɛse bi ɛbɛbɔ wi ase na ɛbɛka America.
That's right.
Don't you go to ɔmampani ɔba no fo sɛ ɔmfa hyɛ ngwa kwam. So no why said Jumana man a Brufia Ediasa into Nimia Walker. And Paso so and China COVID-19 attending can and a penny back of the Bob Woodward. Echo Trump and Chen say penny common minobedi Maricodo. And to know the Pesami you would not stamp say the American be an old tribute and muscle.
That's right.
And I will travel so. I know Trump say Yadi by what you say. O si yare ne hu na me pesa America for better say yare ne hu ti sa na me hu na wo no san sem na Trump kan ye no ene na nyina no mboda bo no kwado say essence wangi kan ho ama America for hu ba bia ye duru e wo wi asem nti e ma yare ne ba America mpofiri ma kunku ni pa bebiri so wayam ponso na de ntia me bo video mi nso nyina me chire mo no say aja konkro Pope Francis ne letter be basket no say yara what in Cransam Akoma COP26 for meeting a choir and Rankwan Mobi. Letter the Koma only. Apart from the Odima Aloxama, more or the shame for Nimu eti church at them home. One non casas are true view. Na Ninsan tree the Akucheko Kratasuni. A message to the Holy Father, message of the Holy Father for Francis of COP26.
Okay. To His Excellency,
yes,
the Right Honorable Alok Sharma, President of COP26,
yes,
the 20th session of the Conference of Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change.
Very good.
Glasgow, 31st October to 12 November 2021.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Our post-pandemic
our post-pandemic world
yes.
will necessarily be different from what it was before the pandemic.
Yes.
It is that world which we must now build together, starting from the recognition of past mistakes.
Very good. And you know, a Jacob Group of Francis say, dear, we are here, yes, is here. Young Shanayan of Fufro. Now, yes, said. Dear Yamfonso, a tremble, a Bremen Yanko Yanko, and say, not a do be more than Madrid. Dear to American. Dear to American, Mumbanis, who said, pandemic divine, a cuncumini baby. And you know, your catcher will say, climate change, a becumi part 250,000. Afibia, ya bomoko. It's Mamma, yes, said, dear Trump, yet, dear no, or dear ma, or how Ababiasino, Momonco Yepi. And you know, one yakasa pe, nature say, and yet they am Penopana Cushiano, as so much the Jacob Crop of Francis Akan. Now, a becca do obedi a nimu, Acosa, Quaquanchilum, and come Shetchilum say, say a drew be a honor, a benya or mine barco. Uncle Shemoon, or did not share a decent do me and such a moon, a dunum, the Bessie, Dunson, Revelation 13:15 to 17. 2 men be or South 2 minutes home America buying. Mean Chilamu. Kama say mobia.
That's right.
America ne bedi animu. Na shebi o maye bia no America ne bedi animu dia ba wiase. Wonteme nto no. Se covid ba ye ene no mo dia bata pane no ho any card no ho. Ena bobra che se yemfa sa kwa no so a yemfa nye climate change. Enti wonteme nto no. Eno no na ye di ba climate change no.
Oh, okay.
Eno na di abonje na shede ne so beba no. Na America ne bedi animu. edi wiase nyina akom
enti kwasia da homegeda no so wa anya ntumu a
yes
ye be hyemra den de tia so wo society ne ye de wo ka ho enye yi wonton
sa enti production my video nyansan bai
okay
na ye panchire
okay production videos 4 to 6 somewhere crowd no so moon room here.
Well, so is all the rhetoric you hear about our enemies getting stronger and America getting weaker. Let me tell you something. The United States of America is the most powerful nation on earth. Period. Period. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close. We spend more on our military than the next 8 nations combined. Our troops are the finest fighting force in the history of the world. No nation attacks us directly or our allies because they know that's the path to ruin. Surveys show our standing around the world is higher than when I was elected to this office, and when it comes to every important international issue. People of the world do not look to Beijing or Moscow to lead, they call us.
Government above all. The United States, after having spent over $2.5 trillion since my election to completely rebuild our great military, is also by far the world's most powerful nation. Hopefully, it will never have to use this power. Americans know that in a world where others seek conquest and domination, our nation must be strong in wealth, in might, and in spirit. That is why the
indicated that China and Russia not showing up in Saudi Arabia was a problem. We showed up. We showed up. And by showing up, we've had a profound impact on the way I think the rest of the world is looking at the United States and its leadership role. I think it's been a big mistake, quite frankly, for China, with respect to China not showing up. The rest of the world is going to look to China and say, what value added are they providing? And they've lost an ability to influence people around the world and all the people here at COP. The same way I would argue with regard to Russia.
President Biden also addressed an argument that some people make that tackling climate change could put people's jobs at risk. Here's what he said.
It's not just a moral imperative, it's an economic imperative as well. Investing in our clean energy future is an enormous opportunity for every country to create good-paying jobs and spur a broad-based economic.
Yeah, I don't know you're saying Emma Kwababio. You have a swasremo. What do you want to TV at crab or more than Facebook? Could be home-based TV, Facebook. Obehu program no or like a program that share my see and nipa bebre and share what me say information in no nika. It is rema momo modena mon ko na mon share program no am I. Evans
very well. And you know, Anna Obama eka say America ni ekura hu odin eche ekura ka nyina aman nyina wo asase so oye bema de by de aka de Obama aka no oye bema na so say kono so ka bi ana Trump so ka kan so say sika America asai e de aye akonia no ma obon pa se mo obi mbagiji America na ode na ho de akota sa ni pa no so fi say America ni ekura hu odin enti no enkom hye ka to ho se o ma me beba wiase na na hyase no obeba no boko so gwama na obekasa de a na wiye no obekasa obekasa te se otwase aban bi ne wo se okasa te se otwase che America sa
enti enkom hye ne kopepe
ene no kopepe enti America na bedi wiase nim ahyemra no Biden mincho moko ye no ye omo apon so wakoka wa ha se ba America aba no ya market kase be table no ye ba se ye be di wiase anim ena wo kire mo se Russia amba China mampani amba Saudi Arabia mampani amba na eye mistake no maye mbuso mo aye no che se wiase no na nka yesusu se China na edi wiase ni no mo nkasa no de o mo aye ni kire se omo ni ayi adwene a yedi wiase ni mu no ene ahoden a yedi wiase omo ni bi na America na aba no na di wiase adanse se ba mo aba no on be di wiase ni akoko ni di ni no cross no waka no ayi Obama or the America Echo Paris Agreement no ena Trump yi free mu enkura kan ye wo ha ne aduokunu 195 countries omo nyina aka mo ho ne bom no omo antimi ahemra impie nan omo ko basa to anasesa
because bank mu nkura ka say omo ye without America they will all be users.
Yes. Say no metie omo wie ne nra no say China anko China mampani anko Russia mampani anko Saudi Arabia mampani amba ena mako bi no America ba nti ye nhwe se metie apon no webe afia ye be komu yi ye nhwe de besi
safe de o mbetu anam na o mbeka se ye twa e wo
pese se ye mo ko chiche mra ye be sa mra no e be ye dwuma na asa nye dwuma because America se yaba na ansa na ye ndo hompo no National Catholic Reporter we de Roman Catholic for mo na mo boa yen je mo boa yen sa nsam de mo mpa ka me yenda mo bamra na 29th October 2021
okay yeah 29th October 2021
yes Biden praises blah 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 blah.
Okay, okay. President Joe Biden praises Pope Francis as the most significant warrior for peace I have ever met during a close-watched meeting at the Vatican on October 29th.
Yes.
The meeting was between two world leaders. Took place against a backdrop of deep divides in the American Catholic Church.
Me pacho brofo no aka no. Brofo no. Yan ko school dodo nti no. Ya na ye jinchire mo fun panimfo ho. O say the meeting between the two world leaders. Nipa mi na ekohia ho. E fra ba ko President Joe Biden. And e fra ba ko the Holy Father Pope Francis. O say world leaders here empanimfo edi wi ahye anim. Entanye bia no Sir Joe Biden said America man pani di wi ahye anim a. Eja konkro Pope Francis so ono so odi wi ahye anim. Maybe some of them are
minimum tiefo yi ano.
Sanity. Aha. Ejina me kan say e Christopher nyina kwose na sori bia nkremoso nyina no o nyina de o ho akwose na se. Enjo do monim.
That's right.
And when I said that
makes him a world leader.
Sanity cause
of the Pope and the president met privately for more than 75 minutes. Certain what is believed to be the longest meeting between Francis and any world leader. Discussion of climate change topped the agenda of Biden's meeting with the Pope.
Shese meeting nipa mienu ko hia yi. E hia asema mo kan ya ni climate change. Na efa sima eduosun enum. Enti sabio monimu enti se awaka kra na Pope Francis wo ya ayi 75 minutes na before na me
that's 1 hour 15 minutes.
Yes before na me don hwere baako ni sima dunum ade asem kwa na one ni do baako do ba de kan ya mutime ka mi so ada say every say document ni chere say one Trump share one Trump kasa 30 minutes one Obama share ni 52 minutes na do ba ni kwa so a 75 aden so mo kan ye ba ko pe climate change enu mo na kwasa da mana de shemu so enti aden no se de kika ko no yo bi be tere obi o fi se bible a che se America de be di sa adwuma no na ayi America ayi me America Roman Catholic so pani ba ko e no Father Justrom Isaac Kurtadam ye kan ho ase me brebi o ha ono no abai o kan no bosomi a etoso no mu afi mo se Pope Francis akwankyere bi o de aba na kan lada to see action plan owo afi ba ko wo mo eno no ye home afi
okay
wiase nyina bedi home da na eno aye de etwa ne hihye na ode aba na etwa to
okay
hihye ne yahodo nso na ebe omodi mfie nso na bedi hihye no na deto afi beto so nso no eduru sa afi no a aye home afi ma wiase efri sa afi ko nyina no da biara kwese da biara no ye home da
amabiase
ono no wanka afi kro nyame ncha de Ghana heyara so popani a friend no Archbishop Philip Name
Catholic Bishop Conference of
President ye kodu anua no ye bedu anua no e no do di kan tu na num tu e wo Vatican News mo June 8 2021 se anua no aba no ye kwa kodua no omo Catholic ene di animu na ejina Pope Francis 7 year plan no a wo ye no ejina so enti for mu kodu enua no a so pepani ayi na me say ye mama so nti say enuadua no every Pope Francis akache
na koduru UN na ba mo president wona ba mo
ene every say e wo homa yi mu fine ene wo twere say de nhye aka wo homa yi mu a ye mfa nya dwuma ebe ye dwuma ye nnasie afi ebe 2022 no ose nhye aka homa yi mu no ebe dwuma nnasie onso wanka hye kro na kurete da mama yati ahye say eye kwoseda som ena aka
oh okay
eno no so aka ne sa kwoseda som no afi ebe komuni ene ye de beba eno na Pope Francis so wakuche de mampanimfo se mun ko meeting mun ko hye mfa maye
ti
asem na si engine ye de nyakopo ahye yesusu anu a na eziefo ka se ye be hye kwase da mra wo ntimi na de ade no said na de enkrofo no be ye ni
na no mo ka kire no mo anka so mo gidi
eziefo
because ebre ho popuye ne ho ne ma nyina dance wa eba no sese mum na eziefo aka mo no atum eno na ye me nwanwa
se ebra na apamdada nkom hye ne ka se ye be wo yesu se mo da bia mo ko hye adem ye kwaka ye wo yesu na nkasa na fe no mo ko na to ye nyini enti mo asefo ene kase enti ye nante
okay
enti no ede yakopon se ekoba ya o mo se afie bai ye be hye kwasa damra anya nwanwan so se meeting po ye no emo nsem no na ekoyi
that's right
ekoyi mo that's right fine enti no mempe se ya se be tententen ebre ko dada enti wo hwe document no a se no kwasa da so no enem awai da ho na mempe se medi ma no be sie no eja kokro Pope Francis ke kan no ho o mi ti o mo ko ye na o kan sem bi wom eno ye ode ma Scotland Church ye Catholic Church was Scotland mempe se ye bebo eno so keke na fe ya hwa de
okay
be bia ya tro no bold no ko
okay
obetimi aka head there
say letter of the Holy Father Francis
yes
to the Catholics of Scotland
and
say let us implore God's gifts of wisdom and strength upon those charged with guiding the international community as they seek to meet this grave challenge with concrete decisions inspired by responsibility towards present and future generations.
And to Francis Chiremo say, Yam Momodin Yensre enimdie ena hoden emma wo mo a ye de si o ma betri se hie ma mko hie yi o mo mfa hie apa enwa kwam se be bebo enemre mu ye
enema
eni achemba ni nyina bebo ho bai afeto aso
time is running out. This occasion must not be wasted, lest we have to face God's judgment for our failure to be faithful stewards of the world he has entrusted to our care.
Pope Francis say, ebre eni ho, eche se ebre sa. Na yenhwe yi na kwanya abayi no ya anse no. Se ya kone ya hye no anse no se de wo se ye hye no no a onyankopon atemmu ebeba ye so.
Wow.
Pope Francis ni eja konkro Pope Francis. Nti odi ama meeting ko ye nyi. Endi se wo kotra meeting na se na ye de sankra nkrato we ma no se empanimfo de abeto monimu no se mo anhwe yi na mo mane ho a no me beba mo so a so de America ne be ya sa de wi enti na me pe mo a kire zie for se ne akom nko a enti no wo mo kasa me man fi se de omo ye no de kwasada fo ne nkremfo no de do na nim de wo kiri ezi fo de mo nim de ye kai
that's right
enti mo na ahode ne wo mo e ho na no mpe no e sori ahode mu enti ye bread be sori ye ani yanka na ebre yi mo a enche Joe Biden se ono obedi ni mu ne de mra na ba wiase sa tini so omuntie no a omuntie no de namni ti America nya pagya mu a enkunum die no ba ye de a
Ivan unim emso obi tie na de ye kan nyina na emso wontie ase tie message o de wa on fa ni din so am say it seems the global post is being shifted. You told us categorically clear that the COP26 meeting was going to establish Sunday as the world's rest day.
Yes.
It didn't happen as that. Please explain it well. I'm waiting.
I see.
I'm saying the carry documents. I'm so one thing.
On your own, aha, kutu.
That's right.
Kutu. Joe Biden say, "Oh no, nobody anymore."
Okay.
And you won't train. Never the missy.
Okay. Okay.
I can't tell.
I don't know. Quite know what I said there. Very P. Aboboano. I'm saying to me, dear, the banner we now see you near back. As for your snare, what me boy, sick of me, did me dear about council. na mesre na se production ready asima kakra aka yinku TV free enu na kache ye ba na fa ya be rabia
ensase amansontwe bia eni ho na emu nkratasem edimu no eye instant properties ensase a ehon hyehye emudwo na basabasa bia eni ho no eye instant properties for ensase empo no se ho soso ewo sikasem mu a instant properties wan hyehye papa demaw ne oboni friend say installment no instant properties ewo ensase wo miaye bi etise National so say what was say we na pese yesi edan no e de amount ayade say instant properties and penny no be kon hye na yesi edan no sene wo penny bia e de amount pomodina fo ni akire mu e wo instant properties adwumako no akache e wan kra hanom first light kanashi kwantempo no so wani kire mu de ko eye koko clinic ayaresabia honom for instant properties adwumako no e wo 0200606341 and I say 0233803636 instant properties Ghana for that so wa danse mu no abem
adofo no sign emo kwa babiu ya dwumadie no aba na wie na ye bekọ so asrem se program no nso mo ni nipa CC TV stations na ko 7 na chese nkakra ye ma TV stations na dose so de be ya edom betmenya program no ahwe nenso onkote adrumra aban ya ti bekọ so asrem se nyame to mo nsem mo send me mre se de be ya betmi dia boa I take care of the airtime no na number betmi send this card dia baso dia be boa program no e 055 35749333. So also free programming na only eating komobia so afraid the same line na at Ev Joseph Anane bekina and komobia obiano on no edi. So also free me a swift the shake of Kakarin so 0244 132368. That's 0244 13 2368 ofra e adia e bejoso. De nyame pa memene da e be e adia e ko Kaswa SCC SDH Evangelist Joseph Anane team no eba wonti so betimi ehia ye hon na afi ya hwekwan ebe faswa ye no bebum esua ade na wo question bia watimi ebisa ne na wotwe so no Bekwai Central SDH nso ade a ye beba hon na ho nso ya ba besra mo ne animu nyina abom esua ade kama tibonsha no so sa emfa emayen program e nyame pa okuada anwumre obenya ne repeat no ahwe ewo Royal TV and afi BATV Trinity TV ubenya ne repeat no ahwe e wo no ntisha no so sa e fa manye ya from esuafo de sheko fika kawe nyame akwa wonam so kasa kire no evangelist the researcher Joseph Anane nyame isham asem
Jesus, you're the wind beneath my wings.